Thank you for joining us for our weekly press conference. I will start this press conference by recognizing the month of May as Asian Pacific American Heritage Month and Jewish American Heritage Month. We acknowledge and celebrate their cultural contributions, their diverse backgrounds, and their great history. They also have played an important role in shaping our community. We have 3 more topics on the agenda for today. We also have very special guests joining us to tell us more about each of the 3 topics. The first subject is about the upcoming Tire and Electronic Takeback event, which will take place this Saturday, so the day after tomorrow. The second topic will include a proclamation about Drinking Water Week. And third, we will learn more about a state convention that is being held right here in Erie for the improved Benevolent Protective Order of the Elks of the world. At last week's press conference, we recognized Earth Day and Arbor Day. Both are important reminders that complement each other by emphasizing different aspects of environmental stewardship. Earth Day focuses on broad environmental issues and sustainability, while Arbor Day highlights the significance of trees in environmental conservation as well as ecosystem health. In 2013, the state of Pennsylvania declared it's illegal to dispose of covered computers and television devices in landfills because of the hazardous material and heavy metal that they contain. The state now requires these items to be recycled. With us today is City of Erie Arborist and Sustainability Coordinator, Sarah Peelman. And Sarah will tell us about the upcoming Tire and Electronics Recycling event right here in Erie. Sarah, the floor is now yours.
Thank you, Mayor. This Saturday, May 4th, is our annual Tire and Electronic Recycling Drop-Off Day. The event will be held at the City of Erie Municipal Complex located at 1926 Holland Street and will run from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Last year, we accepted and recycled approximately 2,200 tires and over 34 tons of electronics. Historically, scrap tires were thrown into landfills or were sometimes, and still are, illegally dumped. In 1990, only 17% of our nation's scrap tires were recycled. Thankfully, this number has increased, and as of 2019, 80% of the scrap tires that we have today are recycled, so that's good news. Tires can be recycled as tires by being retreaded. They can also be shredded, chipped, or ground into rubber material, or used as tire-derived fuels in industrial power plants and boilers. And electronics are very important to recycle. As the mayor mentioned, they contain valuable resources such as metals, plastics, and glass. They also contain rare precious metals like copper, silver, and gold, and sometimes hazardous materials such as lead, arsenic, mercury, or even uranium. If these hazard materials are not disposed of properly, they can end up in our landfills and leak into our water supplies. And it's also against the law now. Our event is only open to City of Erie residents, and it's free of charge. You need a photo ID or a copy of your current tax bill to gain admittance. And residents may dispose up to 6 tires per person. Only passenger or light truck tires will be accepted, and the rims should be removed. Acceptable items for electronics include TVs, computers, monitors, mice, printers, speakers, tablets, keyboards, e-notebooks, any electronic device that plugs in. You can also refer to the 2024 City of Erie Calendar and Recycling Guide for additional information about other types of recycling that we have, like our curbside recycling program. Every day is a day to celebrate Earth Day, so please come out and bring your tires and electronics to be recycled and disposed of properly. Thank you.
Sarah. And thank you very much, Sarah. I encourage everyone to take part in the Tire and Electronic Recycling event. And remember, for information on compost and recycling, please take a look at your City of Erie calendars. We sent them out to every Erie resident at the beginning of the year to share recycling, refuse, compost, and other key dates and information. And we still have some of these calendars left. In fact, if anybody wants one, I have 5 of them with me here today. Next on our agenda, the Erie Waterworks will be celebrating Drinking Water Week next week. That'll be from May 5th to May 11th. While some cities around the country are struggling with drinking water scarcity, quantity and quality of pollution, Erie is blessed to have an abundant supply of water from Lake Erie. That is why it is so important to continually protect our environment to ensure safe water now and in the future. Erie Waterworks assumed operation of Erie's water system back on January 1st, 1992. The Erie Waterworks is now an independent organization that for the past 32 years has worked hard to operate, maintain, and rehabilitate the water system while providing service at an affordable cost to our residents. Additionally, Erie Waterworks is working hard to remove and replace lead service lines from the city's water infrastructure to improve drinking water quality for Erie residents. Joining us today is Erie Waterworks Chief Executive Officer Craig Palmer. Craig, would you come up and join me here at the microphone? I'm going to present a proclamation to Craig, and then he'll have a few words to say as well. So this is recognizing the week of May 5th through May 11th as Drinking Water Week here in Erie. Whereas our abundance of fresh water from Lake Erie is our most valuable natural resource. Whereas Erie Waterworks was founded in 1992 and is tasked with operating, maintaining, and rehabilitating our water supply for our region, not just the city, outside the city as well. Whereas tap water delivers public health protection, fire protection, support for our community, and a better quality of life for us all. Whereas we recognize the hard work and dedication of the Erie Waterworks in their efforts to design and build critical infrastructure products, ensuring the safety and quality of the drinking water, maintaining consistent water service, and making sure that available capacity can be met for our community needs. Whereas any measure of a success today, low mortality rates, for instance, economic growth, diversity, productivity, and public safety, are in some way related to access to safe drinking water. Whereas we are all stewards of the water infrastructure upon which future generations will also depend. Whereas the residents of Erie are called upon to help protect our source waters from pollution and to get involved in local water issues by getting to know their water. Now, therefore, I, Joseph V. Schember, Mayor of the City of Erie, hereby declare the week of May 5th through May 11th, 2024, as Drinking Water Week here in the City of Erie. I encourage our citizens to enjoy the abundance of quality fresh water available for use here in the city. Thank you very much for all you do. We really appreciate it. I'm happy to give that to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Good to see you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Appreciate that very much. The Erie Waterworks is proud to join communities across North America in celebrating Drinking Water Week, an annual observance led by the American Waterworks Association. This is taking place from May 5th to the 11th this year. And Drinking Water Week highlights the importance of safe drinking water, and it recognizes the tireless efforts of the water professionals who keep it flowing around the clock in the Erie region. The Erie Waterworks is observing Drinking Water Week with multiple events throughout the week. Monday through Friday at our administration building on the Bayfront Parkway, we'll have reusable water bottle giveaways and fun educational content for our youth. There is an open house scheduled on Tuesday afternoon and early evening at our Chestnut Street pump station, which is the home of Big Bertha, and that's along the Bayfront. And Thursday at our Richard S. Wojciechowski water treatment plant in Mill Creek. Pre-registration is required for both events through our website at eriewater.org. On Friday, I'll be speaking at the Jefferson Educational Society's Community Conversations to highlight Erie Waterworks' historic lead removal efforts in the city of Erie. On Saturday, there will be a celebration of water at Dobbins Landing from 12 to 2 p.m. There will be games, ice cream, music, and some local vendors. It will begin with a water walk at Perry Square at 11 a.m. in coordination with Groundwork Erie and the Erie Downtown Partnership, where teams will clean up litter along Peach, Sassafras, French, and Holland Streets. That effort will end at Dobbins Landing at noon when the celebration of water will begin. Safe, reliable drinking water is critical in many ways, including public health, economic prosperity, and our high quality of life. The Erie Waterworks is proud to be your regional water supplier, providing world-class water and first-class service. Thank you, Mayor Schember, for helping to highlight the importance of drinking water and for your support of the Erie Waterworks. Thank you.
Thank you, Craig. Good to see you, Sean. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Craig. I really, really appreciate that. And I didn't show you our calendar before. So if anybody here who would like one, I got 5 of them. I can get a few more if I need more than that to hand out. But you got great information, as you can probably see here, about our different recycling guide. This is in addition to nice, very nice pages on each month of the year, which kind of show up like that. So again, if anybody wants one of those, I'd love to give you one after this is over. So the City of Erie remains committed to safe drinking water, and we appreciate all that you are doing, definitely, to provide that to residents, not just now, but for many generations to come. Recently, I confirmed the city's participation in an inaugural partner with a new initiative launched by the White House Council on Environmental Equality, and it's called the America the Beautiful Freshwater Challenge. This challenge will protect freshwater resources in the Great Lakes and across the country. This is in line with the environmental efforts that have been initiated since I took office. These included the Stormwater Management Program and the appointment of the city's first Environmental Advisory Council. It is vital that we protect our waterways now and for many generations to come. As many of you know, Erie has become a popular destination city for conventions and for conferences as well. We attract people from all around the state, the country, and the world. We're very proud that Erie has been chosen as a state convention site for the improved Benevolent Protective Order of the Elks of the world. This organization is an African-American fraternal order modeled on the Benevolent and Protective Order of the Elks. It was established in 1897 in the United States. Since the early 21st century, it has 500,000 members and 1,500 lodges all around the world. Here to tell us more is Edward Dawson, the president of the Pennsylvania State Association of the Elks. Mr. Dawson is a graduate of Gannett University in the field of mental health counseling and past Grand Exalted Ruler of the Improved Benevolent Protective Order of the Elks of the World, Incorporated. Ed, the floor is now yours.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning. My name is Edward Dawson. I am the state president of the Pennsylvania State Association. Gem City Lodge, number 328, Nosdale Temple, number 317, will be hosting the state convention at the Marriott Hotel from May 16th through the 21st. Our organization, as our mayor has just mentioned, is over 100 years old, and we will be celebrating in Erie, Pennsylvania for that entire week. We will host a number of events going on during the week. The opening is open to the public on May 16th at 7 p.m. at the Marriott, where we will announce our itinerary for the coming week. We will also be giving some recognition to the veterans and the Purple Cross nurses at that time. And then we have several contestants that will be competing for the national convention. Erie is lucky to have several people coming from our Erie School District that will be participating in our beauty and talent contest and our educational programs that we will provide. These individuals will be eligible for scholarships that range from $4,000 to $10,000 for about an 8-minute speech that they will give, which is crucial to civil liberties, which is another department that the Elks fund currently across the nation. We also will have our Veterans Department, and we will receive some support from the Veterans Hospital. They will providing surveys and services for our veterans locally, as well as the state contestants or state persons coming from across Pennsylvania. I want to be sure that we understand that this is a very fortunate situation for Erie, because we are about to host about 300 to 400 persons coming from all corners of Pennsylvania. In addition to the civil liberties in the nursing department and our veterans department, we're fortunate enough to have our daughter ruler who is here, which is Dilcy Sanson. She's our daughter ruler of the local group here. We also, and I'm fortunate to be the 10th president of this organization, which is over 100 years old and is a African-American fraternity that has been in existence, as the mayor has mentioned, since 1907 and 1989 when it was reorganized again. So it's going to be important for people to come out and see our contestants, see the school district's finest, give an oration at the convention. We will also host a memorial service for Elks that have fallen along the way, which is inclusive of our veterans. Our Civil Liberties Department will be on display at that time. We will have a dinner, which the public is welcome to attend, where our speaker, I believe, will be Selena King this year. We are glad that the city has allowed us to show the local Commonwealth what Erie has to offer and all the wonderful things that are within our municipality. We're glad that people are coming from across the country to witness Erie at its finest. I'm a proud individual and have been in the organization for over 40 years, and as the mayor says, again, in graduate, but I'm more proud that what we do for our community. We often host our Christmas parties for kids. We often feed the persons who are less fortunate. We do spectacular dinners for our senior citizens annually, and at every step of the way during this celebratory years that we have had Thanksgiving and Christmas and services of that sort that the Elks will participate in. So I'm hoping that people will come out and that Erie will open its arms and welcome the guests coming in. I hope that they'll get around and be able to see what Erie has to offer and come back once again to our fine city. Mayor, I'm glad that you allowed us to come this morning and say to you that the Elks organization is thriving. We're a national organization as well. We will be meeting in Jacksonville, Florida this year in August, where the contestants who win here in Erie will be participating in those contests when we get to Jacksonville, Florida this year. I want to thank you for allowing me to come before you. I hope that our churches will open their doors for some of our members who'd like to also attend service, because we're a faith-based organization, a fraternity that has no discriminatory practices, that will allow anyone to come in that is worthy to be a good Elk. I hope that you will join us and consider being an Elk in this organization. Mayor, I want to thank you for this opportunity and allowing me to come before you.
I cannot. Before you sit down, would you like me to introduce all the guests there?
Yes. To my left is Dilcy Sanson, as I mentioned, our daughter ruler, which is the head of our women's organization, and her assistant is Farida Dawson, my wife, who's been with me since childhood. So I thank you, Mayor, because now I got some brownie points with my wife.
I know being married, I need as far as I can get to you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ed. That was really good. And welcome to the two of you as well. I'm very happy to have you here. We welcome all convention goers with open arms to our terrific city here in Erie. We wish you a successful convention, and thanks to you and all the Elks for carrying on the tradition of helping others. Your efforts are a big part of what makes the city of Erie very special. And I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. That concludes this week's press conference. Please follow us on social media for the latest updates on everything happening here in the city of Erie. Thanks very much for watching today.